usual, live on the club website at the moment. The first broadcast section is embargoed, and then go on to the written section, camera, and that's embargoed until 10:30 this evening.
Afternoon, Andoni.
Afternoon.
Good to see you. Back to winning ways against Southampton. I've been quite intrigued by the media coverage this week. You've been linked with Real Madrid. When you saw that, what did you think?
No, look, now I am quite relaxed because we don't have the market, you know me. When the market is open, I hate these things. Now that it's closed, definitely I don't pay any attention to these things.
The fact that you've been added, allegedly, to a list to potentially replace Carlo Ancelotti, someone that Real Madrid think very highly of, what does that mean to you personally?
For me, nothing changes, really. You know, it's not... you cannot control things that you speak outside here, but we focus in the next game, and really the situation is exactly the same that past week.
You seem so calm. You know, Real Madrid's the biggest club in the world, and you speak to any player in any league around the world, and Real Madrid came calling, they'd be excited, they'd be interested, but you're so relaxed about it.
No, I think that I've been in this business a lot of years already as a player and as a coach, and I know how these things work and what has importance and what doesn't have importance. And for me, the important thing this week is the game we play tomorrow against Wolves. That is going to be demanding, and it will be a, I don't know if a key game, because it's always an important game, the next one, but I think a good option, a good chance for us to keep adding points.
Does this show just how successful this team is? Just how the bigger footballing world are looking upon what you're doing, what the players are doing, and how brilliant you've been this season?
I don't see it like this. For me, these things you analyze or you evaluate or you look at them at the end of the season. We are doing well, it's true, this season I think we are playing well quite consistently, but we will see where we finish at the end. It's good to be in a good moment, in a good position right now, but they don't give you anything in March. You know, it's at the end of the season when you can achieve or you can see how we've done, and we'll see where we are there. Not now. Now is not the moment for me to analyze or evaluate or nothing of these things. No.
This weekend, obviously, Wolves at home in the Premier League. Potentially, depending on how results go, you could go in to the top four. You could leapfrog Manchester City, who obviously play Liverpool. What does that say about this team, this season, and the success? You know, the fans will get excited about European football, but it might not just be European football, it might be Champions League football.
For me, we are in 43 points. 43 points, and we have a chance to add one more point tomorrow, or 3 more points. That is what we will try tomorrow, and that's it. Is for me now the position is okay. It's nice and it's good to be there with around big teams, but we need many more points if we want to fight for something at the end of the season. And right now, the only thing we've achieved that is a very good thing. That is that next season we have Premier League here. That is very good for us, but we want to continue adding points and see where the table puts us at the end. And we will not change our approach. Still more than 2/3 of the league to play, so a long way to go for me.
Is Champions League football a possibility though? Is it a genuine possibility?
You are trying me to say and the words, and you are giving everything today. But right now the only reference we have is from past season. We finished, I think, 12th. It was a very good season for us. We will try to improve. We will try, but we are still not there. We don't know where we are going to finish. And I hope you can ask these questions when there are, 5 games remaining, 6 games, where we can start giving importance to these things. But right now, we are still very far from there, yes, I think.
Obviously, Wolves, big challenge in the Premier League. Is their position within the league table false? Because they seem to have picked up under Vitor Pereira. They seem to be a lot more dynamic, a lot more difficult to beat. And despite them being in a relegation battle, is this a dangerous game for you?
I wouldn't say dangerous, but I think it's a difficult game, definitely. I think they are playing very well. They've had a very difficult schedule. If you analyze the last, I think, 8 games they've played, they basically played all the teams that are at the top of the table. And they've always been competitive. And tomorrow I expect a very difficult game. I think they have very good individualities. If you see, especially their defensive numbers lately, the chances they are conceding lately against the teams they played against, is that they are being very solid defensively, very solid. They are not conceding a lot, and offensively we know the players they have. Offensively, the Cunha, Nori, whoever, I don't know, Larsen, if he's going to be able to start. They've added also new names in the winter market. I think they've signed good players. Badu is playing a lot. The other day Munechi was, I think, he played very well. So it's going to be demanding for us. Yes, I expect a difficult game.
You mentioned Matheus Cunha there as a player that's coveting interest. People are talking about him. He looks dangerous. He's scoring goals. Why is he so good? Why is he so effective this season? What separates him to perhaps other players?
I know him very well because I played against him also in Spain. It's not a big surprise. He was playing for Atletico Madrid. He was very good there. I think they spent 50 million or something like this. Playing for Brazilian national team is not like he's an unknown player that has come here and started scoring goals. He has always been very good and he has always scored goals. And probably he will continue scoring goals. No, we will try tomorrow to try to limit a little bit what he does offensively. When we also played there, I think Larsen scored 2 games against us, but Wolves has been always a team, even when they were struggling a little bit more at the beginning, they were creating chances, they were scoring goals. Offensively, they've always made the numbers, so it's going to be difficult to defend everything, but I think we are in a good moment right now. I think our defenders are with confidence, and I hope they can deal with all the threats we are talking about, yes.
What do you remember about playing against Matheus Cunha? I guess you were towards the end of your career.
No, I don't think I have. No chance I played. No, I'm too old now. I've been coaching against him. I remember him playing against Rayo, obviously, and he was already very good in Atletico Madrid. Dangerous player to cover, very dangerous. Could also can play as a 9, as a second striker on the wings, coming inside. And now I think he's full of confidence with making the numbers, so it's going to be a good challenge for us, yes.
And just finally for me, Tingus, obviously I know you've had a lot of injuries this season, You've started to get players back. Is there anyone available that hasn't been available? Have you got any concerns either? Yeah,
I hope so. We still have 2 days training. I think we will recover Julio, that has come from the national team. It's true that he arrived yesterday or at night, and probably he still is not 100%, but he's an option. Also, Healy has been training with us this week, and we'll see if he can make the squad. If not, it's good news, because he will be available for the next games that we have. Next week we have 3 games. So it's good that we start slowly recovering more players, yes.
Thank you, Andoni.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have Luis and Alex Scott come through okay after their return to the squad and brief cameos?
Yeah, I think they are doing very well from their injuries. But now I think they need to build the form. When you've been out from the team, from the competition, one thing is, okay, I have my injury more or less under control, but I need to get the shape of the others that have been playing in a very challenging level for a lot of time. But I hope it's a matter of time, and slowly they I think they were good when the minutes they played against Southampton, and I think it's good news that we can have them available, yes.
At Southampton, when you did turn round and looked at the bench and you saw senior players as options, had you forgotten what that feeling was like?
No, it's a good feeling to have, a nice feeling. I think the more options I have, and the more difficult are my decisions, is going to be better for the team. I think especially the young players have helped us a lot in this process, not only in the minutes they've played, but especially in trainings. And now that we start to recover slowly the players that we have out, it's good to have players with more experience that can really make an impact from the bench, yes.
With fullbacks coming back into the frame, I wonder, has Lewis Cook done enough to sort of keep that shirt, and does he want to keep that shirt? Because obviously in the middle you've got two players playing well as well.
I don't know if he wants, I have no idea, but I will take the decisions thinking on the best for the team, and the players I think don't have like the right to choose their position. They can come and talk to me and say I prefer to play here, but that decision still is ours, no? And we will try to find the best balance. I think it's very good for them, especially individually. To have the option to play 2-3 different positions gives you more chances, because it's not just I fight against someone to play in my position. It's not I can play here, so probably you will have more minutes, and we have quite a lot of players who have this ability, and I think I see it in a good way, yes.
Tyler Adams has been playing particularly well in the middle. Since the turn of the year, he's played virtually every minute. I think there's only a couple of sort of 90th minute substitutions. You've had to wait a long time for him to be so regular. How impressed and how happy are you with the role he's performing?
I think it has been the player we expected, even better probably, no? In the games that he has played quite a lot, and also full games in a short period of time, and he has been playing very well. I think with Tyler, the problem past season was just availability, was that obviously he has had big problems with the injuries, with the hamstring, with the back later, and now that he's fully fit, available, full of energy, we are seeing the player he is, and I think he's a player that fits very well into our system, in the way we want to play, and I hope we can keep him in the place where he is, because it's been very important, yes.
Just before he signed, you spoke about one of the important aspects of that position being almost your eyes on the pitch, to report to you because he can see things, issues happening that you can't necessarily see straight away. How has he adapted to that side of the role?
I think he has some natural leadership incorporated, and I think he understands the game quite well, and the same way we've talked about Lewis Cook, about Ryan Christie, players that play in the middle. They have also the enough experience to give you the valuable information, and I'm very happy because they understand everything we are doing, not only about their position, and they can adjust things live in games. And I think the three, even Alex Scott, that probably has played less because of the injuries, but he's someone who understands very well the game, yes.
Games against Wolves, we're thinking about earlier in the season, you obviously naturally think about Justin Kluivert's hat-trick, but also Evanilson's hat-trick of assists. How is he going with his injury?
I think he's doing well. I think Eva, because it's a different injury. It's not a muscle injury, it's just the bone has to heal. You have surgery and you have to wait, and some, I think, previous weeks, now he's doing a lot of things. And but the first weeks where you cannot do anything with the foot I think has been boring, but now I think he's doing very well, yes.
Apologies if you've mentioned this recently, but have you got any idea when he'll be back?
No, he's not far. He's not far. No. Eva is not far. No. Because it's a different injury. It's not a muscle injury, and he's doing a lot of things already with us, so it's not far.
Good news keeps coming.
Okay.
Thank you.
Afternoon.